Hello YouTube, Size17 here, but you can just call me Travis, and welcome back for another video. This one being my top 13 solos of 2019. This is a series of videos I've been doing for the last 3 years now. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that I love solos, particularly guitar solos, and yeah, I just love to highlight them. So that's where this video comes in. There is a contest aspect to this video as well. That'll be at the end, so if you want to, you can just skip ahead. I'm not sure why you would want to do that, though, because there's going to be some sick solos coming up here. Alright, let's just get to the list. There's no order in terms of 1 through 13 rank. It's just an order in terms of how my end-of-year lists went. So, yeah, let's just get started. Coming in here, first, this is a really cool one. This artist actually released a 2 albums last year, one of which made my top 30 albums of 2019, actually at number 23. But this album that the solo comes from didn't make my list, but the solo rules, and so I wanted to highlight it. Comes off of this one. This is Voyagers by Starfarer, a synthwave artist out of California. Actually the only synthwave artist who will have a solo featured here on this list. On guitar here, we got artist by the name of Elevate the Sky featuring on here. And yeah, I just really love the solo a lot. It totally gives me kind of like Joe Satriani vibes a little bit too. So yeah, anyway, check it out. It's awesome. Here we go. Next solo comes off of this awesome self-titled demo from Midnight Dice, and in fact we're actually going to be listening to 2 songs from this release. First up, we're going to listen to Roll On. Like I said, next was coming up from this self-titled demo as well. This release is on my honorable mentions list. This band actually came from a previous act called Satan's Hallow, who actually had 4 solos who made my 2017 list. So obviously, really love what Steve Vaudette is doing here on guitar. So yeah, let's check out the next track here, Skyrider. I just wanted to comment on that demo and just sort of in general. As a whole, I sort of just decided to not include any solos that were played in cover songs just because I just didn't want to. So that's how it's going to go. All right, and next up, this comes off of the I don't know, mini album compilation, Heavy Metal Tank from Metalucifer. And yeah, it is the title track we're going to be checking out here. So Heavy Metal Tank, here we go. Right, next up here comes off of the new Vulture album. This album was my number 20 album of 2019, Ghastly Waves and Battered Graves. The song we're checking out here is the Garotte. And a change for this year, in the past, if there's been a track that had multiple solos in it, I've traditionally just played one of them. But one of the things I ran into last year with I can't remember, now I'm totally blanking, give me a second. With that, the problem that I ran into last year was with the band Toledo Steel, their album No Quarter. One of the things that I really discovered with that band is they play like a bunch of like mini solos. So it'll be like a solo and then like 10 seconds of nothing, then they go back to like a solo and then like 10 seconds of nothing, then they go back. So it was kind of like, it was the whole part that I really wanted to highlight, but since I only played the solo part and only one of the solos from the song, it didn't really like emphasize how much I loved the solo to me, because I only played like a part of that section. So anyway, this year I've changed it. If there are multiple solos on a song, you're gonna hear all of them. So here we go. This is the first one. Like I said, we're listening to a song off of this album by Vulture, the Garotte. There's 3 solos in this one, so let's get to it. Up here next is off of the new Opeth album, Incata Venenum. The song is called Svekets Prins. I'm sure that's butchered, but that's how it goes. This album was number 17 on my list. I really feel like Michael Ackerfeld is a pretty underappreciated soloist, maybe. Anyway, here we go. Check it out. Coming up next here, it's going to be off of the new Vaultwraith album, Light the Candle in Honor of Devils. This was my number 16 album of the year. And the solo we're checking out comes off of the track All the Black Arts at Her Command. Alright, next one up comes off of the new Midnight Priest Aggressive Hauntings. This album was my number 13 album of last year. And the song we're going to be checking out here is the title track, Aggressive Hauntings. Probably this song, the Aggressive Hauntings, and then the All the Black Hearts of Her Command. Those are the two. I really wanted to like do a solo showcase video at some point through the year to highlight these solos, and I just never got around to it. A little lazy on my part, but anyway, glad to highlight them here. So yeah, Aggressive Hauntings, let's check it out. And then another song from this album by Midnight Priest Aggressive Hauntings is the closing track, Black Leather. Let's check it out. Next up, and we have 4 solos left, and they're all coming from the same release. I probably could have chosen a few more solos from this release even, but it just didn't work out that way. So here we go. Coming off of Burn the Night by Riot City, which was my number 1 album of 2019. Just a freaking blazing fast album. Just ridiculousness. The track we're going to be checking out first here is In the Dark. Next up here is a song called The Hunter, and this song actually has 2 solos in it. Let's listen to them now. right, next up is, again, from this album. It's called Skyrider. There are 2 solos in this song, but they're so close to each other, and there's just like, I think it's like 20 seconds in between. I don't know, I just felt like the whole section all together, I wanted to play it all together. So here we go, check it out. Alright, and then last, but certainly not least, we're going to be checking out here Halloween at Midnight. I actually did do a solo showcase for this song. There's 3 solos in it, and it freaking rules. So let's check it out. So yeah, there we go. That's my top 13 solos of 2019. Obviously, I don't really mean like explicitly solos. So like if someone played like a solo back to back with another person, I would just consider them solo sections as opposed to individual solos, if that makes sense. Anyway, yep, there we go. That's my top 13. Now to the contest portion of the video. Like I've done in the past 2 years. What's your favorite solo of 2019? It's as simple as that. So either post the song down below. Similar to how I'm doing it this year, you don't need to give me a timestamp. I'm just going to take all the soloing that occurs in that song as part of your submission. So yeah, just let me know. What's your favorite solo of 2019? Don't submit any of the songs that I just showed here today, because unfortunately, that'll disqualify you. So I apologize if one of the ones I showed today was in fact your favorite solo of 2019, but it just kind of would feel unfair if you chose one that I obviously already chose. Because pretty much how it's going to go is I just choose my favorite. And what you will win if I choose your solo, a few things. You're going to get a cassette copy of the Midnight Dice demo, number 140, if you can see that. And then you're going to get my top 5 albums of 2019, which, if you didn't watch my top videos of the year, I'll link them below. But if you didn't watch them, these are my top 5. Self-titled Traveler, Primal Future 2019 by Toxic Holocaust, From Fortune to Ruin by Nightfire, Times of Obscene Evil and Wild Daring by Smolder, and like I said, Burn the Night by Riot City. And then actually I will also be throwing in this. This is Rendezvous with Destiny by Dexter Ward. Recently, Marty Worm sent me a big box of VCLT, which I still haven't done a video for. Hopefully, I'll eventually do that. But anyway, I already had. This is the one album I actually already had a copy of, and it's within the same sort of genre as the rest of this pile, so I figured I'd throw it in as well. So yeah, like I said, what's your favorite solo 2019? Let me know. Comment below. Artist, song, album came from, just so I can find it. No need a timestamp. And I will say that submissions are due on February 14th. So you got just under a month to go. Yep, that's all I got to say. So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you're familiar with any of the artists that I talked about here today, please let me know what you think of them. And otherwise, have a good day.